Hey, it's Bradley J back with another StreamYard video. And of course, I love doing these because I get to talk to people here in the community, Topeka and Northeast Kansas, about events that are going on. And I'd like to bring on, I think everybody knows, one of my favorite people from Valeo. Aimee, how are you this morning?
Oh, hi, I'm great. Thank you for having me on
I
today.
love talking with you because you always have something very interesting for people to know about. And Creations of Hope art exhibit. Now, this is something that's happening at Heritage Bank in the lobby, and we're going to be joined by Barb from Heritage Bank. How are you this morning, Barb?
Good. How are you guys?
We are good. I just spoke for Aimee. She told me she's good, so I'm just going to say she's good as well.
I'm great.
We're going to talk about celebrating art as a force for healing and hope. And we know the arts can do that. We've seen that. It's been proven. Creations of Hope, an art exhibit. Aimee, first of all, talk about Valeo's part in this.
Sure. We have an expressive therapies department. So our art therapists are the ones that organize this event every year. The artists actually come from the community. And we actually have had in the past some artists that are actually from out of state. So it's anyone that may have a mental health issue themselves, or maybe a family member or a caregiver of someone with a mental health issue, or just someone who's an advocate for mental health. And they want to participate in this exhibit. And this is the fifth year that we've partnered with Heritage Bank. We're so appreciative of Barb and all of her staff for making this happen for us. And it's just a really wonderful event with terrific art. And it's just one of those things that makes you feel good.
And art does that, man. Any form of art. So, Barb, with Heritage Bank being a part of this, how did you hook up with Aimee? Did she contact you, or is this something that you had seen like 5 years ago, and you were like, I got to be a part of this with the bank? How did it all come together?
I tell you, there's a reason for everything and you meet people for a reason. I've been with Heritage now 6 years, and I'm a coffee drinker, and I invited Bill, the CEO, for coffee. I'm to business development. So of course I'm always walking the streets trying to find new people. And Aimee and Bill and I were talking about how can we bring each other together and what can we do to help them. And we started this art creations of hope, and it's just been a blessing on both sides. And they come in and set it up and everything. They set the display up. The beautiful thing about it is, as people come in and look at it, they can buy it if they want. There's little bios about the artist. It's a great 2 weeks that we just love it every year that we're able to do this with them.
And Heritage Bank, you set this up in your lobby. How big is your lobby, first of all?
Ah,
When you
our
have it all
lobby,
there.
our lobby is beautiful. It's
Oh, it is.
huge. It is huge, and I think that was the hard part is people didn't realize what a beautiful bank we had, and how can we bring people in. And we started this many years ago of having different events just for people to come in and see what a beautiful bank this is. And we have lots of room. We're going to be open from 8 to 5. The displays will be here the whole time. I might throw some cookies in there every once in a while. And but you got to come by. It's a beautiful bank, and we're local. And I tell you what, I'm a firm believer of supporting local, believing in local, and this is pretty special for us.
And when you do something local like this, it helps out the whole community. It helps out, like, it shows people are involved and want to be here in the community. Now, where's your bank located so that people can stop by? And you said the hours are 8 to 5. Is it 5 days a week, 6 days a week,
Yes.
all 7 days?
No, it's just Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We are at 30th and Wanamaker, right behind Blue Moose and Starbucks. We're that big, beautiful 3-story building. You just come in, the first floor is us. That whole place is us, and hopefully I'll be out there to greet you and let you know to just walk around, do what you want. And if you're interested in buying something, the staff is here to help them. It's fun. It's just fun. And to see, it's just nice to see more walk-ins, just to see the art and there's jewelry. I mean, you would be surprised the talent that these people have. And it's just amazing.
Well, I know one of the things Barb and I were talking about before we came live, Aimee, was talking about our great art skills, and we came to find out that neither one of us have them.
Well, I'm going to join your club.
I know. I found out about Barb. She loves to cook. I can't cook, so I will be in for the cookies. Is what I will be in for, and also to check out the artwork. I do like though because a lot of times you see the artwork and you're always wondering. You're like, I love this piece. I would love to have this piece, and I would like to help out the artist. But sometimes you can't. You know, you're not really sure how to purchase it, but you can at the bank. And you said your staff like you just
Yes.
you're like, I like this piece of artwork. Where do I pay? Is that right at the Heritage Bank?
That is correct. And there's some people that even buy it and then they'll leave it here. We just put a sold sign on it because they want to leave it for other people to see. But the neatest thing is on the 18th, the bank sponsors the artists and their families and the Valeo board, and of course our board, Heritage Bank Board, to come and have lunch with us. And I tell you, Bradley, to see these artists walk in and you could tell their eyes are looking for their art, and for them to find out that it was sold is priceless. I mean, it's just, and then to be able to read the bio and to have a face that connects it, it's, we can't say enough about how rewarding it is for our bank.
And for Valeo to be a part of this, Aimee, what does it mean when you when you see a sold sign on an art project like this at the bank? What does that mean to you, Aimee?
Well, it's wonderful because Valeo keeps 30% of everything that's sold to support the exhibit and to be able to do future exhibits like this. And then the artist gets 70% of the sale. And so we feel really good about that. And the artists are just very excited. It builds their confidence. They're very proud to have been, an artist that has actually, sold pieces. And like Barb said earlier, there's a wide variety of art. We have paintings, we have watercolors, we have sketches, jewelry, pottery, woven baskets, all different kinds of things. And you just don't know what you're going to see from year to year because the artists do change. And so I'm really excited to see what this year brings our way. Art is such an important medium for healing. If you think about someone who might be having a mental health issue, well, if you go into a clinician and you have a therapy appointment, they're wanting you to use words to describe how you're feeling and to put words with your feelings. And sometimes that's really, really hard to do. You just don't have the energy or the capacity to do that. And so with art, that's a way to express yourself, express your feelings and your emotions without words. And it's very powerful.
It is amazing amazing that people who can't communicate with words and it makes them anxious or whatever, but when it comes to putting it down on a canvas and showing that, and then they can kind of show what's going on with them and it relates to the person that wants to help them, which is great. Celebrating art as a force for healing and hope. It does, man. Even from artwork to music to pottery to just art is a beautiful, loving thing. I love it. I can't do it, but I love it. It's the Creations of Hope art exhibit, Heritage Bank Lobby, 3024 Southwest Wanamaker. August 8th through the 18th is going on Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. When is the next? Do you do this just once a year, or is this an exhibit that comes back like 3 months later, 6 months later? What's the whole future for the Creations of Hope art exhibit?
Well, at Heritage Bank, this is an annual event, and we do it about this time of year in August. Every year. And so, it's always for a 2-week period of time. And then the Creations of Hope exhibits and art exhibits are right now on a pop-up calendar, and so who knows where you'll see us next. I definitely will be in touch when we schedule our next exhibit. I don't know a date and location of that yet, but you will be the first to know, Bradley.
I love it because I love art. Now, if there's, I'm sure there's a process that goes into picking the artists that get to be in the exhibit. If there's somebody watching Aimee out there right now and they're like, this would help me tremendously, how could they get their artwork in this exhibit? Is it, how do they contact you, or what do they have to do to make that happen?
Well, they definitely could contact me, and I could get them in touch with one of our art therapists or our manager of our expressive therapies program. So my email address is acopp.hasty@valeotopeka.org. That would be a great place. But please do not drop off artwork at the Heritage Bank. That would not be the right way to go. Right, Barb?
Well, I don't know. I'd probably put it in my office somewhere. And then I would call Aimee.
You say, we found another artist for our exhibit.
Yep.
This is awesome. Well, Aimee, is there anything else that before we wrap this up that you'd like to tell people about this art exhibit?
I just want to thank Barb and her staff. And the reason that this has been so successful for 5 years is because Barb believes wholeheartedly in this. She's very passionate about this project, and her staff are incredible. I mean, they are such kind people with big hearts, and you can feel that when you walk into that bank lobby. And thank you, Bradley, for helping us spread the word.
Yes.
We appreciate it. And we really hope you'll take some time just to stop in and eat a cookie with Barb and check out the artwork.
Well, when Barb said, I'm going to have cookies, I need to find out what day and what time. So because I do love my cookies, man. I do love desserts.
I do too.
Well, Barb, before we let you go, is there anything you'd like to say about this event in Heritage Bank?
Oh, well, Heritage Bank, of course, is the best bank in town. You know, we're local. I think that's the most important thing. I've been in banking forever, and I always believed in the local banks. I know there's not very many left here in Topeka, but we still have that customer service and the loyalty and the support. And that's so important in Topeka, is just knowing that when you walk in, and we're here for you. And banking has definitely changed, but I tell you what, just like with Valeo, they have become friends of ours, and that's the way I like it.
Well, Valeo is a great friend to have. I've learned that since doing the StreamYards with Aimee, and I love doing them, and I can't wait to continue talking to Aimee and what Valeo has in store.
Did
and
we
Barb,
freeze up?
Yeah, well, a little bit, but you're good. We got you. I can't wait to come down to the exhibit, check it out, and have a cookie with you. So when I walk into Heritage Bank, I'm just going to say, I'm here for Barb and her cookies and the smart. All right.
You got it. You got it.
All right, ladies, thank you.
I will be listening. I'll hear you.
All right, ladies, thank you so much. And again, that is the Creations of Hope art exhibit with Valeo, Heritage Bank Lobby, 3024 Southwest Wanamaker Road, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. It's going on August 8th through the 18th. Make sure you go down and check it out. Ladies, you have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much.
You do the same. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.